Guys, don't forget to subscribe and help FANS Wethu TV get to 40,000 subscribers. Welcome to FANS Wethu TV, Tactial TV Premiership, Mamelodi Sundowns 2, Morocco Swallows 2. I'm joined by me.
Thank you, Thibo Ukren Meauti.
Fresh.
Regot Dobsonville Meauti. What a beautiful match of football. Though Haikala, it was kind of disturbing to watch how one a team is so defensive. I'm not the one to complain about picking of a bus and everything generally, but I think it was just too much by the beginning of the game.
Yeah.
Sundowns was playing the ball very nicely. Obviously, they are very good in terms of sharing the ball. But I don't think Musanya Tama was worried about them sharing the ball and stuff and everything before they could score. Because obviously he knows Sundowns and this guy is fighting for relegation.
Yes.
And he's not thinking as, you know, he's not in a good position to really want to analyze or what he wants to do is just to collect at least a point. I mean, Sundowns is a big team. We all know that they've won many leagues already.
Yes.
So Musanyatama, knowing that his head is on the line, obviously he wants to make sure that at least, in fact, Musanyatama was playing for a draw. But I was very disappointed because having seen Sundowns in the past few games, you can tell Sundowns was quite an average team, to be honest with you.
Today?
In the past few games.
Okay.
Like honestly speaking, when they were playing your University of Pretoria, in the past, remember I've said this and said Sundowns are becoming a drawing machine. And
you did?
Yes, and people thought maybe, and this is exactly what I was talking about. Not only today, not only has it reflected today, I mean, Thibo, it's impossible for you to win 11 games and then the coming 3 games and then you draw. It just shows there was something that was wrong. Remember, initially I said jokingly, I said Sundowns could have been number 11 if it wasn't for the referee, and I was quoted out of context because people, I'm only trying to show who the referee had an element in making mistakes. But because people support I mean, they support Orlando Pirates, and as a fan, obviously, sometimes I'll try and analyze the game, but especially Hakabona weak point. And I did say, Hori, their weakest enemy is the emotions. They are not emotionally intelligent. Maybe game, when the game approaches the periphery of it, they lose focus. Change the pattern of play and everything. I know emotionally Baba weaker then. So how about Soragadi draw? They become so weak. Like Musanya Tama did, as long as they are playing from the back. But I think the advantage is when Sundowns scored the first goal. And I did say with the people that I was staying with, sitting with Hore, this is a blessing in disguise for Morocco Swallows because now they've got no option but to attack and play. And to be honest with you, Sundowns is very dangerous when you allow them to play because they are a football playing team. But how about pressure? How about pressure so hard, especially of recent? They are not as confident. How about pressure and really press them from the back? Because remember, they play from the back. They play from Ronald Williams. Yeah. And how about press? High pressing? They then lose focus. But how about Tuela? Build up from the back. Remember how you approach the third half. It's a banal confidence of what? Of build up. That's why sometimes you can anticipate a goal. Because of how it's well built from the back. Yeah. So if you give them advantage of building from the back, they will kill you. But this guy, their striker, Capatino Manga, I think he played a very serious role. Ronald Williams, he was going up and down, obviously. That fight, I understand. Your fight. So he really brought Musanya Tama into the game. And Mfetu, how to voice Efela no? Yeah. It's because I was trying to educate mostly Sundowns fans about that referee, about that controversy. But
educate us.
People must never become modest when they come into the camera and act as if I'm not sure and everything. Let me tell you something. The late D4 most stadium. When it doesn't favor you, how
Yeah.
When it favors you, uboni.
Mashwetse.
Come on, guys. Reska shapa na bafetu. Reska shapa hauna bana hii. I did say goal early. That goal, it's a clear goal. It's a clear goal. And people, when they come here, they say something as if they're trying to be modest and everything. We know, right now we are authentic. On and off the camera, we say the same thing.
Yes.
And if we be corrected, we will be corrected.
Yes.
You understand? But I'm not, Thibaut, I'm grown enough to know that life is not a popularity contest.
Yes.
I didn't come here to be favored.
Yeah.
You understand? I came here to be authentic and raise my opinion as I see them.
Tell them.
You understand? And I don't expect my opinions because I'm not of a league.
Yes, sir.
Yes, I'm a league of few, and I will never blame you for having your own mind and thoughts. But immediately, without, obviously, we're not seeing it on replay and everything.
Yeah.
I did say that guy was Kabadino Mango. When the ball was played, yes, he took a run, but he was in an offside position when the ball was played. When it was still aerial, he was in an offside position. Then he made a run. So, Lunga, Divine panicked. Habon, and he didn't clear that ball. Remember, he didn't clear it where he would want the ball to be cleared, because already Neymofita, it was a bit higher than him. And no, Utsori Kabadino Mango is a something. When you're playing at the back, it's not the responsibility an assistant referee referee to realize an offside. When you are playing as a last man of defense, you must also navigate who's on and off, so that if that person makes a run, I look offside, you then because you know this player is in an offside position. There's no need for me what's I trying to link into. Yes, what's I trying to link into? It's trying to how unali jarata right, well fenced. You understand? Ubona ntsha ifita ka montle, ukhile di gate, intse rasa, ulwana lintshelo uthuwa but ukentse fence. There's no need, because it won't do anything. I never jump. That's what that guy did. Anticipate that guy who is running, and then he clears the ball and give him and he scores. You understand? And now people want to act. These lights are very right. I'm not load shedding and everything. That was a clear goal. So they were talking about a goal and talking about interfering with play. Pella, remember, people think when you say you are interfering with play, it means I must stand. No, it doesn't mean that. It does not mean your life, as long as I'm disturb to that level. You must anticipate them and see them. And this is what I wanted to say. I think South African football should really improve to a level of signing referees. But, yes, let me tell you in which context. Not in the context of having referees in your favor, but highly training ground. You should have professional referees, so that you know the ball, you know football, even from the side yard rules or side yard laws. People want to play something that they don't understand. And understanding football is not really playing it. It's understanding playing football on and off the field. That's why even our coaches somehow they need to be, I don't know, or maybe they need to learn something like, okay, we don't like people who are so defensive. You understand? But if you are such a good team, if you are a good team, unpack the bus. We cannot be having this mediocrity of day in and day out. I mean, FIFA would pass. Yes, Ruwaka pass. This thing was brought by the former Mamelodi Sundowns coach Pitsom Siman. They are picking the bus, and he was picking the bus with Koko Super Sport. How about pack a bus? Because then remember the resources are different in Jack. The resources are different. I'll just give you a lame example. How Sananyugu. Obviously, in fact, you need to be there. Saying and everything, but only you will relax because you are sorted. This is what happened when you are resourceful. You don't stress. You understand? It's the same as having a resourceful team. When you have a resourceful team, there's no need for you to pack a bus because you've got better qualities, and it shows again in the amount of money. Do you expect those people by saying equally? No, they won't play you with you toe to toe, and we don't expect you to come here and cry cry every day and talk about low block. Show us how to unpack the bus. The bus is full. Unpack the bus. We cannot be having this discussion of low block, packing the bus and everything. No, we can't be having that.
So it's not an excuse for Sundowns.
In fact, if packing the bus was a sin to FIFA would be telling you, once you pack the bus, you are out.
So it's not a sin.
Yes, it's not a sin. Even Laukadala, ibile ke ayibona 9-1. You don't even need to play 5-4-1. Laukadala 10 kaufela, everyone abe behind the ball.
10-0-0.
Even Jose Mourinho did that. If you remember Champions League final ya Barcelona Inter Milan, because in Italy what they believe in defensive, and then urao attacker kaufela luna. But when you defend, and remember Barcelona was playing the best football any club could ever played in the history of football. Batsori Bushavi Hernandez, Iniesta, you mentioned them, Lionel Messi in his prime. But he knew who was working for the best way to play this is just to pack a full train, not a bus. A full train, because he understood for me to win this game, I cannot play Lebatuba. I mean, those boys, if you remember, they were developed and promoted by Johan Naskin, owner coach of Sundowns. Those boys, but about Spanish football. You understand? They've been together for many years.
Yeah.
They've been together. So how can you play with those teams? Okay. And then he even said, Mourinho to say, I don't like this kind of football, but I'm playing it and I'm winning it. But Tola Chan say one Samuel 8, they won the match.
Man of the match.
Man of the match, I'll give it to Ntwana Toban Bar Obas.
Yeah.
A very brilliant player. Yes, we see things differently as people, but Ntwana Lafona is such a blessing, such a beauty to wonder.
I have to
watch.
Thank you.